Judd Hall is at third, Matthew Hires at short, Ryan Allen at second, Richie Cleary at first. The 1-1 offering is swung on and missed, took a feeble swing at an off-speed pitch. Coffin throwing a low outside breaking ball. He got Taylor to ground out on one of those pitches. Now he's gotten Green to swing and miss here, and the count goes to 1-2. Coffin checks his catcher for the sign. Here's the wind and the pitch. Called strike three on the outside corner. A good fastball from Coffin, and the Meadowcreek here in the top half of the first inning. We'll keep it here and tell you about the action for this afternoon's game as we joined it in progress as the end of the E&G Gospel program coming up at 5, and we joined this game with 2 outs in the top half of the first inning. The rest of your defense for the Rams, Cale Curtis is in left field, Chris Acox is in center, Lance Shannon is your right fielder, of course Brian Moon your catcher, and Lance Coffin is on the mound. The lineup for the Meadowcreek Mustangs, Josh Zaleski, the shortstop, led it off by flying out to Cale Curtis in left field. Danny Taylor grounded out third to first. Scott Green struck out, so Meadowcreek goes down 1-2-3 in the first inning. The rest of your lineup, Pat Sullivan, the center fielder, bats cleanup. Tim Maxwell, the catcher, will be hitting fifth. Chad Mashburn is your first baseman, and he will bat sixth. Nate Katonaki is the right fielder. He'll be hitting seventh. Thad Marchman, the pitcher, will be hitting eighth. And Jeff Dubrow, the designated hitter, will be batting ninth. Now your lineup for the Newton County Rams, who are about set to hit here in the bottom half of the first inning. Leading it off at second base, Ryan Allen. Following him will be the shortstop, Matt Hires. Lance Shannon plays right field and bats third. Sam Allen, the designated hitter, will be batting fourth. Richie Cleary is the first baseman, hitting fifth. Cale Curtis plays left field and bats sixth. Brian Moon, the catcher, will hit seventh. Judd Hall at third base will hit eighth. And the pitcher, Lance Coffin, will be batting ninth. Here's the way your defense shapes up for the Meadowcreek Mustangs. As Thad Marchman is taking his warm-up tosses around the infield, the Mustangs will have Danny Taylor at third base, Josh Zaleski at shortstop, Scott Green at second, Chad Mashburn at first. In the outfield, Ryan Dusuau in left, Pat Sullivan in center, and Nate Katonaki in right. Tim Maxwell is the catcher, and Marchman has finished his warm-up tosses, a gathering now on the mound. This is the first game, as we mentioned, of the region tournament, a double elimination tournament. The winner goes on to the state playoffs, and only one winner will come from this 16 tournament. They take the top 3 teams, the 3 teams with the best records from the north side and from the south side. From the south side, they took Newton County as the number 1 seed with the best record. South Gwinnett was second. Shiloh was third after an extended playoff last night. 3 teams tied for the third spot, so they had to go head-to-head last night to determine the third spot, and after 19 innings, Shiloh came out on top. Ryan Allen takes the first pitch, hits it hard to left field, may go foul, and it does. And the count goes to 0-1. Rockdale, Brookwood, and Shiloh all tied for the number 3 spot. Brookwood received a bye, and Rockdale played Shiloh last night in a playoff game. Shiloh picking up the victory in 7 innings, so Shiloh and Brookwood dueled it out for the number 3 spot. It was a 12-inning game, and Shiloh came out on top there as well. So they're the number 3 seed, and you've got to know that they're tired out, and they get to play tonight. Surprise, surprise. Thanks a lot for spending all that time getting in, right? They'll be taking on the Parkview Panthers right after this game is over. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Marchman. It's swung on and missed, and the count is 0-2. A good off-speed pitch by the Meadowcreek right-hander. Over on the north side, the number 1 seed, the Parkview Panthers. Number 2 is the Heritage Patriots, and Meadowcreek number 3. Pitch to Allen, swung on and missed. Allen goes down on strikes. A pitch low, and Allen swinging at 2 in a row that were near the dirt. But he goes down in the first strikeout for Marchman, leading off the first. Batter will be Matt Hires. Hires coming into this week hitting .388. Against Brookwood, he was 0 for 2 with a couple of walks. He went 1 for 3 against Shiloh. Those are the other 2 games that Newton County has played this week. First pitch to Hires is in the dirt with the off-speed. It's 1-0. Brookwood High School, the host for the Region 8 Quad A tournament. The dimensions here, 350 feet to left field. To dead center with the flagpole, 365 feet. And down the right field line is 350. Very deep power alleys as well. The pitch to Hires, swung on line, right back up the middle. That's a base hit. Center fielder brings it in, and Hires was on fire over the last couple of weeks, and he took a pitch right there and stroked it right back. Only one down, and the big sticks in the order are coming up. Batter is Lance Shannon. Shannon 0 for 1 with 3 walks against Shiloh. He picked up 1 base hit in 2 appearances against the Brookwood Broncos. First pitch to him is called a strike. He dropped an off-speed pitch in. It's 0-1. Coming into the week, Shannon was at .452 with a homer and 26 RBIs, the team leader in a lot of different offensive categories. Marchman with the stretch. He tosses over to first. Hires is back in safely. Hires approaching the team record for stolen bases. He has stolen 25. He has been caught stealing only once. So 25 for 26 in stolen base attempts. A lob toss over, and Hires again is back. Shannon, the senior right fielder, a left-handed batter. Marchman checks Maxwell. He throws over again, and Hires is back. This Meadowcreek team has a scouting report, obviously, as they are doing everything in their power to keep Hires close at first base. Marchman stretch, runners going, pitches in the dirt. Catcher fumbles it just a little, and Hires will be in with a stolen base. That's number 26 of the year, against only one caught stealing. Meanwhile, the count is 1-1 to Shannon. Maxwell checks the third base dugout, flashes the sign to his pitcher. Marchman with the stretch. He checks Hires. Here's the pitch to Shannon. Swung on and bounced foul behind home plate and back to the screen. It's 1-2. Shannon just got a piece of that off-speed delivery. Matt Hires at second base for the Rams. One down. No score here in the top half of the first. One more game to be played tonight, as Parkview will play Shiloh at 8 o'clock. Then tomorrow, a full slate of games. 4 games will be going on tomorrow. Heritage taking on South Gwinnett in the first one. Marchman stretch. Here's his pitch. Swung on his line, deep to right field. Going back on it, still going back. And it is a foul ball, but home run distance. Lance Shannon got a big piece of that one. Got out in front of it just a little bit. It was a line drive shot that might have gone out, except it was a foul ball. And it is very deep to left and to right here at Brookwood High School. 350 to the foul lines. Much deeper than most of the other stadiums. At Newton County, it's 320 to left and 310 to right. Well, after Shannon tagged that last one, he won't see another pitch like that again. Pitch from Hires, swung on line to right center field. Runner was going. He'll round third and score. Shannon rounds first and heads for second. Ball rolls all the way to the wall. He may try for 3. Here he comes. Throw to the shortstop. Relay throw to third base, and he is safe with a triple. Hires scores, and Newton County leads it 1-0. Shannon took another off-speed pitch to center field, hit the ball very well. And by the time Sullivan could come up with it, Shannon was at third base sliding in, scoring Hires and putting the Rams on top by a run. So after hitting that 360-foot foul ball, Shannon comes back and drives one, and he's at third base. I'm sure he'll take that just as well. The batter will be Sam Allen. A sacrifice fly could put the Rams on top by 2. Allen, the DH in this game. Marchman pitching from the stretch. His delivery swung on and missed, 0-1. Thad Marchman seems to have a variety of off-speed pitches, curveballs, breaking balls, and change-ups. So the Rams will have to adjust to the off-speed pitcher. Maxwell with the sign, the stretch, and the 0-1 delivery. Taken just a little bit low. It's 1-1. Allen was hitless against Shiloh on Monday. Then on Tuesday, he was 2 for 3, had a big day with a double and a single, a run scored, and a couple of RBIs. Came into the week hitting .354. Takes the pitch outside, snap throw down, hit the runner, and Shannon is going to try to score here. The throw in will not be made, and Shannon will score to make it 2-0 Newton County. That was an unusual play. The catcher, Maxwell, trying to throw back to third base as Shannon was headed again. The ball hit him on the right shoulder and went out toward the shortstop, Josh Zaleski, but it was in shallow left field. By the time Zaleski came up with it, Shannon had crossed the plate. That's an error. And on the throw, Shannon scores, and the Rams on top by 2. The wind and the pitch from Marchman hit Allen on the batting helmet. He's okay. It was an off-speed delivery, and Marchman looking in disbelief at the home plate umpire because Allen had leaned into the pitch to have it hit him on the batting helmet. But the umpire lets the play stand nonetheless. Now the Meadowcreek head coach goes out of the dugout, and he's going to have a discussion here with the home plate umpire. It It was a high and inside pitch, but very close to the strike zone. Sam Allen leaning far in, and the ball hit him right on the batting helmet. It was so slow it really didn't do any damage. It was one of those change-ups, but an argument going on now between the Mustang head coach and the home plate umpire. Meadowcreek's coach has said all he wants to say. Allen, after being hit by a pitch, is at first base. Still only one down in the inning. The number 5 batter, Richie Cleary, will step to the plate. Cleary was 0 for 2 against Shiloh with a couple of hard-hit balls, but deep flies to the left fielder nonetheless. He was also 1 for 2 against Brookwood with a run scored and an RBI. Had a pretty good game in that one. Cleary had been struggling of late. His batting average before the week was down to 220. First pitch to him is a fastball low. It's 1-0. That might be one of the first fastballs we have seen from Marchman in that inning. Now the first base umpire has come in to do a little grooming on the mound. Apparently he wants a good look at the rubber. He thinks that Marchman might be balking out there and wants to get a good view of the rubber to make sure that he is not. There are 4 umpires for region tournament games, a big difference from the normal 2 for the normal sub-region games. Stretch and the pitch swung on and bounced foul over by Charlie Beverly at third base, and the count is 1-1 to Cleary. You're going to see that a lot, I think, in the first 3 or 4 innings from these Newton County hitters. Against the slow deliveries, the change-ups, and the curveballs, the hitters will be out in front hitting the ball hard but foul. They're used to seeing the much faster pitching. Here comes the 1-1. That's called a strike on the outside corner. That was a fastball that time, and it's now 1-2. Marchman seems to use the off-speed to set up his fastball. We'll see what he does here, 1-2. Checks the runner. His 1-2 pitch, off-speed, swung on and missed. Strikeout number 2 for Marchman. 2 down now, and the batter is Cale Curtis. Curtis was 2 for 3 with a run scored against Brookwood on Tuesday, the Rams' last game. Of course, the Rams were scheduled to play a makeup game against Eagles Landing on Thursday, but in order to give the players a bit of a rest, they decided to take that game off. The stretch, throw goes over to first base, and Sam Allen is back in safely. The Rams have put 2 across here in the first inning on 2 hits, a single by Hires and a triple by Shannon. Curtis, a left-handed batter, is ready. Pitch to him is swung on, line down the first baseline, but foul. And it's 0-1. Yet another foul ball pulled down the first baseline. We saw Shannon hit one deep down the first baseline, but foul. Richie Cleary was out in front of a few off-speed pitches, lining it foul down the third baseline, and now Curtis coming up here with a ball just 6 inches to the foul side of first base. Allen again takes his lead. Throw again goes over to first base. It's just a lob toss, and Allen is back in. Maxwell gives the sign to his pitcher. Here's the stretch, and the pitch just a little bit outside. It's 1-1. Meadowcreek went down 1-2-3 in the top half of the first inning. Region High School. Here's the stretch and the 1-1. Swung on and hit deep to right center field. Going back on it is Sullivan, though, and he will make the play for out number 3. Sullivan went over into the right center field gap and made a good play, and the Rams go down. They scored 2 on 2 hits. There was an error and one runner left on base. We head to the second inning with your score, 2-0, Newton County. Newton County Ram baseball right here on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Cellular, Covington's authorized agent for AirTouch, the new name for Pactel Cellular.
Warm weather is here. It's time to make your way to the great outdoors. And for homeowners, the great outdoors starts in their front yard. Echo Power Tools can help you make your yard look great. Right now, save up to $50 on your choice of an Echo grass trimmer, Echo tiller, Echo edger, or Echo power hedge clippers. Plus, register to win a complete camping package for 2, including a 6-man tent, sleeping bags, hiking boots, and more. Camping gear courtesy of Blue Ridge Mountain Sports in Lenox Square, Atlanta. Whatever outdoor job you're trying to tackle, Echo makes a great tool to make the job easy. Visit your local Echo dealer today and save up to $50 on select Echo power tools. Plus, register to win great camping gear from Blue Ridge Mountain Sports and Echo Power Tools. Visit Coast to Coast Home and Auto, located on Monticello Street in Covington. That's Coast to Coast Home and Auto in downtown Covington. The birds are singing and flowers are blooming, and that means it's time for allergies. Yes, it's true. Headaches and sinus problems are hints that you aren't taking care of your body properly. One way to prevent allergy symptoms is to stay away from processed and refined foods because they affect your immune system. The Family Health Food Store has vitamins and herbs to help you stay healthy and happy, plus whole grain cereals sweetened without sugar. Stay healthy with us at the Family Health Food Store, 787-3400.
Snellville, Georgia. Pat Sullivan takes the first pitch inside for ball one. Cawthon's winded his delivery, swung on and missed, and the count goes to 1-1. Here in the first two innings, the Mustang batters have been taking some weak swings at outside pitches by Cawthon. Sullivan will be followed by Tim Maxwell and Chad Mashburn, 4th, 5th, and 6th in the Mustang order. Cawthon's wind. Here's his 1-1. Swung on and missed, and it's 1-2. Lance Cawthon seems to have everything working so far. Fastball and off-speed pitch as well as his changeup. Sullivan, the cleanup batter, bats from the right-hand side of the dish. Here's the sign, the wind and the 1-2. Swung on and missed. Sullivan looks fooled up there every time. Had 3 feeble swings and 3 straight offerings. And he goes down, the second strikeout for Cawthon. It'll bring up the Mustang catcher, Tim Maxwell. Cawthon in the regular season was 6-2 with a 1.82 ERA. In 42-plus innings, he gave up 39 hits. He walked 18. He struck out 52. With the exception of the one outing against South Gwinnett, his ERA for the year was about 1, but he gave up 6 earned runs against South Gwinnett, losing that game 6-5 in 8 innings. Here's his wind, his pitch to Maxwell. Did he check his swing at it? They may check the second base or first base umpire. They do, and he says he did not go around. Maxwell and the Mustangs get a break, and it's 1-0. Maxwell, like Sullivan before him, a right-handed batter. All playing fairly close to the line at third. Here's the 1-0. A called strike on the inside corner. Cawthon used the off-speed to catch the... Virtually no wind blowing here this afternoon. A terrific day for baseball. Partly cloudy skies. The 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed. It's 1-2. Mustang batters have not been able to catch up with Cawthon in the first couple of innings. Brookwood Stadium built just behind their high school on Dogwood Road here in Snellville. Moon looks at the first base dugout. He has the sign, relays it. Here comes the 1-2. Swung on and popped up right side. First baseman Richie Cleary will call for it, and he'll make the catch, and that's out number 2. 5 straight retired by Lance Cawthon. Newton County Ram Baseball is brought to you in part by Hayes Tractor. Hayes Tractor in Mansfield has everything that you need for breaking up that garden spot. Come by and check out the Kubota tractors built for any kind of work that crops up. Hayes Tractor on Highway 11 in Mansfield. 786-3334. Mustangs send up Chad Mashburn, their first baseman, a right-handed batter. The wind and the pitch to him. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Cawthon throws 7 innings like this. He will be in very good shape. He's keeping them off balance with a variety of off-speed pitches, and the Mustang bats have been nowhere near so far. Here comes the 0-1. A fastball swung on, grounded third base side. Hall charges, gloves, and throws. It's in the dirt by Cleary. Headed for second base is Mashburn. The ball is retrieved by the right fielder, Shannon. Holding at second base is Mashburn. We'll check the scoring on that, but a runner at second base with 2 down for the Mustangs. The person who's responsible for driving him in is Nate Katonaki, the right fielder. Katonaki checks his third base coach, and he has the signal from that coach. Mashburn taking his lead from second base. Rams had 2 runs in the bottom half of the first on 2 hits. They lead 2-0 here in the top half of the second. This is the very first game of Region 8 Quad A tournament for 1994. The first pitch, high and inside, almost hit him. Katanaki squatting to get out of the way of that pitch, and it's 1-0. Parkview and Shiloh later today, then tomorrow, Heritage and South Gwinnett at 11 a.m. Coffin checks the runner. His stretch and his delivery. Swung on and missed. It's 1-1. Snap throw down to second base. The runner is back in. A heads-up play from Brian Moon and a good throw to second base. Trying to catch Mashburn napping over there, but they couldn't quite get him. It's 1-1 for Katanaki. Katanaki, a right-handed batter. Meadowcreek Mustang defense. Folks in the dugout making some noise, cheering on Katanaki. Now time is called as the right fielder goes over to talk to his third base umpire. While they do, Moon and Coffin going to have a conference about halfway between the mound and home plate. Judd Hall thought about joining in, but goes back to his normal position. Coffin has a 1-1 count to Katanaki with a runner at second base and 2 down. Allen comes in from his second base position to try to hold that runner close. Here's his stretch. He fakes back to second base. Mashburn going back in, standing up. There was no one covering second base. This tournament will last 6 days. It will end on the 27th when a Region 8 Quad A champion is crowned. Here comes the 1-1. Swung on and hit high in foul territory on the left side. Hall gives chase, but it will fall out of play just behind the Meadowcreek dugout, and it's 1-2. Newton County Rams receiving the number 1 seed on the south side. They had the best record in South Sub-Region 8. Gwinnett was second. And after a long battle for third place, the Shiloh Generals received that third spot. Over on the north side, the Parkview Panthers with the best record have the number 1 seed. The Heritage Patriots are second. And the number 3 seed falls to these Meadowcreek Mustangs. The first round of the tournament, the number 3 seeds play the number 1 seed. Coffin stretch. Here's his 1-2 pitch. Swung on line by Hires into center field for a hit. Rounding third is Mashburn. The throw to the plate is going to be cut off by Coffin. He'll go to second. The runner there is safe, and it is 2-1. Katanaki hit a solid single into center field, scoring Mashburn. He took second on the throw. So the tying run out there at second base, potentially, but with 2 down in the inning, it will take a base hit from Thad Marchman, hoping to help his own cause. Both pitchers batting low in the order. Thad Marchman for the Mustangs batting 8th, and Lance Coffin for the Rams, the number 9 hitter. Coffin has been just a bit above 150 for the year. Thus his number 9 spot in the order. The junior checks the runner. His pitch is swung on and bounced foul over by the third base coach for the Mustangs. 0-1 is the count. It took the Mustangs about 6 hitters to try to figure out Lance Coffin. He had them fooled for the very first 6 batters of the game, but then Katanaki single, scoring Mashburn, who reached on an error. Here's the stretch. The 0-1, swung on and missed. Moon fakes a throw back to second. It's 0-2. The Meadowcreek Mustang hitters seem to be pulling away from the ball, pulling their head out on their front side of their body out against the outside pitches. And if you do that against an outside pitch, you've got a very slim chance of hitting it. You've got to keep your head down on the outside pitches. And of course, a lot of hitters taught on the outside pitches to go to the opposite field. No balls, 2 strikes to Marchman. Coffin is to the belt, and his 0-2 delivery. Just missed, a little bit high, a little bit outside, and it's 1-2. The Ram fans looking for the strike 3 call, but they didn't receive it. 1-2 to Marchman. Katanaki leads from second base. Meadowcreek Mustangs have plated 1 here in the second to pull within 1 of the Rams. Moon flashes the sign to his pitcher. Coffin with the stretch. His 1-2 delivery is outside through an off-speed pitch, and it's 2-2. Coffin has been a good control pitcher, as we mentioned, only walking 18 batters. But a more important statistic than that, only 2 wild pitches for Coffin this year. He checks Katanaki as he leads from second base. Here's his 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Marchman again pulling his head out against the outside pitch. And he goes down on strikes for Coffin. That is strikeout number 3. 1 run on 1 hit. There was an error and a runner left on base. After an inning and a half, your score is 2-1, Newton County. Newton County Ram baseball here on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Cellular, Covington's authorized agent for AirTouch Cellular.
It's that time of year again for tilling the garden. Hayes Tractor of Mansfield has Kubota M-Series tractors that are built for any kind of work that crops up. With 42 to 85 PTO horsepower, 4-wheel drive, and strong liquid-cooled engines, they easily pull like bigger tractors. Hayes Tractor says all this without bigger price tags or fuel bills. High clearance, low profile, and narrow versions offer versatility you've been looking for. So come to Hayes Tractor and take a look at the Kubota M-Series and see what crops located on Highway 11 in Mansfield. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30, and Saturday, 8 to 12. Or call at 786-3334. That's 786-3334.
Did you know that termites cause more damage to homes annually than fires, floods, and natural disasters combined? To protect your home from termites and other pests, call Cleary Exterminating, 786-4937. They'll send them packing, termites and beetles, fleas, rats and mice, roaches, and ants. Commercial or residential, we can help get rid of what bugs you. Call Cleary Exterminating on Highway 278 in Covington, 786-4937. At Cleary Exterminating, we make mouse calls.
Brookwood High School in Snellville, Georgia. It's the Region 8 Quad A tournament. The Newton County Rams leading the Meadowcreek Mustangs 2-1. As we head to the bottom half of the second inning, the Rams send up spots 7, 8, and 9 in their batting order, starting with the catcher, Brian Moon. Moon was 1 for 3 against Shiloh and 1 for 2 against Brookwood. He came into the week with a batting average of .239, but he has shown some signs of breaking out of that midseason slump that he has been in. Switch hitter bats from the left-hand side. Marchman's wide, and his pitch swung on and missed. And the count goes to 0-1. Against the pitches down and inside, sometimes Moon looks as if he's just swinging half-heartedly at those. Having a little trouble with those breaking balls that break down and in toward him. Comes the wind of the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and bounced foul over by first base coach Al Bell. And it's 0-2. Charlie Beverly is down the line at third. The coach for the Newton County Rams giving the signals to his hitters, and Coach Al Bell providing encouragement down the first baseline. Moon takes a couple of practice cuts, digging in. Here comes the 0-2. High and outside, and the count is 1-2 to Moon. Rams will play tomorrow, whether they win or lose this game. If they lose, they play at 2 o'clock. If they win, they play at 8. More details on that as we move along in the broadcast. Here's the wind and the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and bounced. Foul ball, make it down the first baseline. Umpire looked at first as if he might signal fair, but he signaled it a foul ball. Just a couple of inches to the foul side of first base. Count on Moon remains 1-2. Rams were 8-3-1 in sub-region play. Netting them the top seed, they're taking on the number 3 seed from the north side, the Meadowcreek Mustangs. Region tournament last year held at South Gwinnett High School. Rams went 1-2 in tournament games. They defeated the Brookwood Broncos, sandwiched in between losses to the Heritage Patriots. The 1-2 pitch popped high and foul. Coming over this way, over by the concession stand directly behind home plate. It bounces once. Out of play. And out toward the softball field behind us. Count remains 1-2. Moon, a left-handed batter, digging back in the batter's box. Marchman checks Maxwell. He has the sign that he wants. He goes into the wind. Now he decides to step off. Moon going to step out. looking that Marchman had possibly taken too much time. Now digging back in, everyone's set to go. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and hit high to left center field. Coming over is Sullivan. He is under it, and he makes the catch. And that is out number 1. WGFS brought to you in part by Calico Cards. It's that time of year. The batter will be Judd Hall. Hall playing third base for the Rams today, a fairly new position for him this year. Swings at the first one, grounds it to the shortstop, Zaleski. A good play on 2 hops. His throw to first is dropped. Hall reaches safely. That's an error on Mashburn, the first baseman. Zaleski fielded the ball cleanly, made a good throw to first. A little bit slower than the normal shortstop's throw. And Mashburn just squeezed the glove just a bit too soon, and a runner reaches on an error. Lance Coffin get a chance to help himself out here. Coffin finished the season with a batting average of 167, 4 hits and 24 at-bats. No homers, 3 RBIs. He has been quite adept at taking the walk. He has walked 8 times in 32 plate appearances, so 25% of the time he's been up there, he has drawn the free pass. First pitch to him is swung on and popped up into left field. Left fielder Dusuau coming in, and he will make the catch. That's out 2. Coffin got a first pitch to his liking. Got under it just a little bit, and Dusuau made the play. We move back to the top of the order. Ryan Allen struck out his first time. Judd Hall at first base for the Rams, but now with 2 down. We're in the bottom half of the second inning. The Rams are on top by a run. The region tournament where the quality baseball is played. You don't want to miss this. If you can't come out to Brookwood High School, be sure to listen to the Ram games on WGFS. Of course, we will provide coverage of every Ram game in this region tournament in 1994. Here's the stretch, and the pitch to Allen is high and outside, and it's 1-0. Rams with a win would take on the loser of the Heritage South Gwinnett game. That would be tomorrow at 8 p.m. right here at Brookwood High School. 1-0 pitch to Allen is low, and the count goes to 2-0. If the Rams lose this game, then they will move on to a 2 o'clock game tomorrow. They would play the loser of the Parkview Shiloh game, which is right after this one. The pitch to Allen, a called strike. Marchman dropped an off-speed pitch over the plate. It's 2-1. The Rams' second sacker set and ready to go. Had a 4-for-4 day his last time out against Brookwood, and a balk has been called on Marchman. He knew it as he stepped behind the mound. And Judd Hall will move over to second base. So a balk has been called on Marchman, putting a runner in scoring position, but with 2 down. The batter, Ryan Allen, as we mentioned, a 4-for-4 performance against Brookwood. 2 singles, a double, and a home run, his first of the year. If you've seen Ryan Allen, he doesn't have the build of a home run hitter, but got one just over the left center field wall. 2-1 pitch to him, high and outside. The count is 3-1. Allen scored 3 runs in that game. He did not have an RBI, but he's been batting from the top spot of the order. You don't expect too much in the way of RBIs as he hits after the bottom hitters in the order. Here's the pitch to him. Swung on, grounded over first base side. Mashburn will take it himself, and that is out number 3. For the Rams in the inning, no runs, no hits. There was an error and a runner left on base. We head to the third with your score 2-1. Newton County Rams on top. Ram baseball right here on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Cellular, Covington's authorized agent for AirTouch, the new name for Pactel Cellular.
Catch a fly ball or hit a home run with Calico Cards in Conyers. Calico Cards carries all sports cards and non-sports cards, including racing cards, a full line of collecting supplies, a large supply of common cards, and a variety of posters, sports, racing, and movies. Calico Cards is also introducing a new line of greeting cards just for you. So join in the fun this baseball season with Calico Cards and receive a 10% if you mention you heard this ad on WGFS Radio. Calico will also sponsor a free giveaway during the baseball games. Tune in to Calico Cards, Highway 20 in Conyers at Honey Creek. Open Monday through Friday 11 to 7, Saturday 10 to 7, Sunday 12 to 6. Owner is Chris Scott, 929-1332. That's Calico Cards, located at Honey Creek, Highway 20 in Conyers, 929-1332. The folks at Henderson's Restaurant invite you to join them for dinner tonight. How about some of their famous catfish, fried chicken, barbecue, vegetable plates, steaks, plus burgers and fries? Don't worry about what's in the pantry or whose turn it is to do the dishes. Just go to Henderson's Restaurant, just 5 miles from the square on Highway 36 in Covington. Henderson's is open Tuesday through Thursday from 4 to 9 and 4 to 10 on Friday and Saturday. Don't forget to join us for Sunday dinner, 11 to 8:30.
Back from Brookwood High School, the first batter, Jeff Dubrow, swings and misses at the first offering. It's 0-1. Dubrow is the number 9 batter. He's followed by Josh Zaleski and Danny Taylor. Rams lead at 2-1 behind the arm of Lance Coffin. Coffin checks his catcher for the sign. Here's the pitch. Swung on, grounded on 2 hops. Cleary makes the play. He's going to have to take it himself. Foot race to the bag. He wins it for the first out. Coffin was a little slow in getting over to first base, so Cleary decided to take it himself. He had to range over towards second to make the play, but he raced back in time. We want to invite you to listen in tomorrow morning as we bring you the Saturday Morning Super Trivia Spectacular with your host, Bill Nolan. You can win some special prizes for your knowledge of trivia, baseball, general trivia, history, and otherwise. 9 to 10 Saturday morning. Zaleski, the batter, the first pitch to him is inside, ball 1. Josh Zaleski flied out to Cale Curtis in left field, his first time. The 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. Meadowcreek hitters don't seem to be taking full swings at the pitches. Seems as if they're fooled by the delivery or something from Lance Coffin, as there have been some very feeble swings taken in the first couple innings. Here's the pitch, swung on and hit to left field. Curtis, though, is on it, and he makes the catch. That's out number 2, so Zaleski in 2 at-bats has flied out twice to the left fielder, Cale Curtis. Batter is Danny Taylor. Hit the ball to Judd Hall his last time for out number 2 back in the first inning. Coffin has been getting the Meadowcreek hitters to pull the ball. I think more they're doing than it is his doing, as the hitters seem to be stepping, the right-handed batter stepping toward third base, pulling off the ball. So when they do hit it, it's a pull hit to left field or third base. And of course the reverse true for the lefties hitting it down the first baseline. First pitch is a called strike to Danny Taylor, and it's 0-1. Taylor is set down. I think that Coffin has set down the last 3 that he has faced. He has only given up 1 hit. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Run it down the third baseline. Hall's going to have to take it himself. His throw to first is high. The runner is safe. He pulls Cleary off the bag. Check the official scoring for you in just a moment. Could be a base hit for Taylor, but Hall pulled Cleary off the bag. He might have had him otherwise. But now a runner at first with 2 down. Meadowcreek scored an unearned run in the second when Mashburn reached on an error by Judd Hall with 2 out in the inning. And Katanaki came up with a base hit that scored Mashburn. And since that error would have been the 3rd out had the error not been made, that run becomes unearned. Coffin trying to hold the 1-run lead. His stretch, and here's his delivery. It is low, and the count is 1 ball, no strikes. Scott Green, the second baseman, is the hitter. Struck out looking his first time. Coffin with 3 strikeouts so far in the first 11 men he has faced. That ratio is about right for him. He's been averaging 8 strikeouts or so per 7 innings. 1-0 pitch to him just low. Green thought about swinging at it, but he held up. It's 2-0. Taylor leads from first. Coffin with the stretch. He checks the runner. Here's his pitch. Swung on and chopped foul at the plate. Green with that same problem, pulling off the ball. It's 2-1. Ram fans always bring a big contingency to all their road games. This one's certainly no exception, and the crowds promise to get bigger as the tournament goes along. Meadowcreek also with a big fan base down the third baseline. Coffin steps off. Taylor will trot back to first base. 2-1 to Green. Here's the stretch. The 2-1 pitch has swung on and missed. A good low fastball. It's 2-2. Coffin seems to spot good location in addition to having good pitches, and of course, the 3 main things you need: location, velocity, and movement. Coffin has got good velocity and very good location. And with the curveball, he's got good movement, so he's got the elements that he needs to win games. He steps off, and Taylor will go back to first once again. The Mustang third base coach Goes through a set of signals. Taylor ventures away. Coffin with the stretch runner going. The 2-2 is low. Here's Moon's throw down to second base. And they got him. Brian Moon has been excellent behind the plate throughout the year. Very few teams attempting the stolen bases on Moon. He's got one of the best arms in the region. He's got a howitzer back there. And he gunned Taylor for the third out. So Green will get another chance to hit in the fourth, but with no one out and no one on base. We head to the bottom half of the third with your score 2-1. Newton County. Ram baseball right here on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Cellular, the new name. Make that the Covington's authorized agent, that is, for AirTouch Cellular.
Pump up your profits with FRM's swine feeding program. Use FRM Early Wean Medicated Pig Starter Pellets, FRM Baby Pig Starter. Then at 5 weeks, switch to FRM Pig Popper Pellets. Finish them out with FRM Pig and Hog Feed Pellets and FRM Hog Finisher Pellets. All medicated and available now at your FRM dealer.
For your livestock needs, see the FRM dealer in Covington, the Farm and Garden Depot on Emory Street, 787-3870.
Are you planning a special get-together with family and friends? Then do it at Tippon's Barbecue. We'll provide the food and the fun for just a few people or a large group. Or if the party's at your place, let us provide the catering while you enjoy the party. Call us ahead of time or stop by Tippon's Barbecue at both our locations.
Our food and our service just can't be beat. You're gonna love what you eat.
Tippon's Barbecue, Highway 20 South in Conyers and on Alcovey Road in Covington.
When it comes to tires, all you need is a quality product and good service at a fair price. I know. I'm from Statham Tire, and I've been an independent tire dealer for 22 years. I understand customers' needs. That's why I sell Cooper tires, like the Cooper Lifeliner Classic Radial Touring Tire, or the Monogram All-Weather Radial, or the Cobra Radial High Performance Tires. Cooper focuses on what they do best, building tires. I do what I do best, selling tires. The right tire at the right price. Cooper Tire, a no-frills American tire manufacturer that talks straight and lets their performance speak for itself, just like me. Come to Statham Tire in Covington or Conyers for straight talk on tires.
We are back from Brookwood High School. Matt Hires takes the first pitch in the dirt, 1-0. Hires singled and scored his first time up. He'll be followed by Lance Shannon and Sam Allen, spots 2, 3, and 4 in the Ram order. Rams trying to add to the slim 1-run lead. Marchman goes into his wind, and his pitch is swung on and popped to left field. Dusow with a long run. Coming over is the shortstop, Zaleski, and he makes the play. A good running catch by Zaleski. Dusow would not have had a chance at that ball in shallow left field. Spotting this, came over and made the play for the first out. It'll bring up Lance Shannon, who tripled to center field. A lot of room out there in center. 365 feet to the wall. And Sullivan had some trouble with the ball. By the time he got it, Shannon was on his high and outside. Shannon gets ahead here early in the count, 1-0. Thad Marchman's wind, and his delivery is low, and the count is 2-0 now on Shannon. Shannon later scored when a throw back to third base hit him in the shoulder and carried him off into left field. Here comes the wind and the 2-0. It is low and inside, and a cripple count now, 3-0 against the Ram right fielder. Charlie Beverly goes through his signals. The Ram senior has been the offensive leader this year. The 3-0 to him is in the dirt, ball 4. Rams with a runner on. That is the first walk by Thad Marchman. He has hit a batter. That batter is Sam Allen, who is about to step to the plate. A bit of a comical scene back in the first inning on a pitch that was just inside the strike zone. Sam Allen reaching in, leaning into the pitch, and the ball hit him in the batting helmet. Carried off toward the first base line. Marchman contending that Allen should not have been able to go to first base because he made no attempt to get out of the way of the ball. Throw goes to first base, Shannon is back. But nonetheless, Sam Allen got first base. He was stranded there when Cleary struck out and Curtis flied out. First pitch to Sam Allen, called a strike on the inside corner as Marchman drops a curveball in. It's 0-1. We were talking earlier about the Saturday morning Super Trivia Spectacular. More about that after the 0-1. Runner is going. It's lined at the third baseman. Caroms off his glove. He makes the play. Here's his throw to first. It is not in time. Sam Allen reaches the bag before the first baseman can make the play. Shannon was headed for second base. There should be an error charged there. The error probably charged to the third baseman, Danny Taylor, as Sam Allen reaches. Taylor tried to field the hard-hit ball. It was a line drive. It bounced off his glove once. By the time he got it, his throw to first pulled Mashford off the bag a little. It was down in front. Mashford had to come out a step to get in front of it. By the time he got back to the bag, Allen had beaten him there. It scored a base hit, and runners at first and second with one down. Richie Cleary struck out his first time. The first pitch to him is inside and low for a ball, but we were talking about the Saturday morning Super Trivia Spectacular. I should be down there tomorrow morning about 9:30 to join Bill Dolan, and I'll help him give away some prizes. I'd like to give some to you. Give me a call at Saturday morning. Pitch is grounded to the third baseman. He'll step on the bag for one. All other hands safe. 5 unassisted. Shannon is retired. That's the second out of the inning. Cleary reaching on the fielder's choice. Hard hit two-hopper to Taylor. Almost the same play as before. It touched his glove and fell right in front of him. By the time he recovered, he only had the play at third base. Ran the 4 steps he had to go to his right to check the third base bag and retire Shannon. With 2 down, it will take a base hit from Cale Curtis. If the Rams hope to score here in the third. The pitch to him is swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Curtis has been going after a lot of first pitches the last 3 or 4 games. Most of the time going for some outside pitches with the first pitch. This time the pitch low and inside. He flied out to Pat Sullivan in his first appearance back in the first inning. In fact, that ended the first, where the Rams scored 2 runs on 2 hits. Marchman's stretch is 0-1. It is swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. Looks like Curtis wasn't expecting the fastball there. Marchman threw a fastball, and although it doesn't have a lot of speed, when you're expecting the off speed, it makes the fastball look that much faster. So Curtis in a deep hole here, 0-2 with 2 down. Here's a throw over to second base. Back in there safely is Sam Allen. Allen goes diving in head first to the second base bag. He gets that uniform dirty every time he takes the field, sliding head first into some base at some time. The 0-2 pitch in the dirt. Allen's going to head for third base. Here's the throw down there. Not in time. Sam Allen in there safely. From the catcher, Tim Maxwell. Call it a pass ball. Staying at first base is Richie Cleary, so runners at the corners here with 2 down. And no matter what, a base hit will score at least 1, and a deep one might score 2 with the amount of distance to the outfield walls. Here is the 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Marchman dropping that curveball in. He's done that several times in this game. That's the first time he's gotten a strikeout, though, with that pitch. It's his 3rd whiff of the game. For the Rams, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. They leave 2 on base. We head to the 4th with your score 2-1, Newton County. Newton County Ram baseball here on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Cellular, Covington's authorized agent for AirTouch, the new name for Pactel Cellular.
Campbell Lumber on Emory Street announces new store hours. Campbell Lumber Company is now open from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturdays. Come by and see us for everything to build anything. Benjamin Moore paints, lawn and garden tools, masonry supplies, lumber, and lots more. Stop by our spring sale going on now through April 30th for specials on treated lumber, shingles, screen porch materials, and lawn and garden tools. That's Campbell Lumber, 786-3412.
Come in and see Glenn Hayes at Hayes Furniture Company for all your home furnishings. To make your rooms complete, Hayes Furniture has a selection of Bassett mirrors, a selection of table lamps, floor lamps, assorted coffee tables, and ottomans to add the finishing touches to that room. Hayes also has a wide selection of Oriental rugs starting at $99.95. So remember, that's all at Hayes Furniture Company, 6166 Washington Street, 786-3737, 786-3737.
Ram baseball here on WGFS AM 1430, brought to you in part by Statham Tire. For custom wheels, brakes, shocks, wheel alignment, and the best price on tires, see the professionals at Statham Tire. Open from 8 to 4 on Saturday for your convenience. That's Statham Tire of Covington and Conyers. Also brought to you by Coast to Coast Home and Auto, your authorized snapper and Toro dealer on Monticello Street. Stop by and see them today. Scott Green leads it off for the Mustangs, takes the pitch high and inside for ball 1. The Rams lead it 2-1. Newton County scored 2 in the first. They've had the bats quiet since then. Coffin has held the Mustangs to 1 unearned run. Here's the 1-0 pitch. It is in the dirt. Tried to throw a curveball in, but bounced it. It's 2-0. Green struck out his first time. He was at the plate in the 3rd inning when Danny Taylor was caught stealing second. An unusual play. It was on a 2-2 count. And Moon's throw down to second was way ahead of the runner. The 2-0 pitch is high and inside, and it's 3-0. Coffin has not walked a batter, but he's in danger of doing so here. And it would bring up the cleanup batter, Pat Sullivan. Gets the sign from his catcher, the 3-0 pitch. Inside, ball 4. As you know, Coffin stays away from the bases on balls for the most part. He issues the free pass here after issuing 18 in 42 innings in the regular season. A good ratio considering he struck out 52. Very nearly a 3-to-1 walk to strikeout ratio. That's exactly what he's got here, as he has got 1 walk and 3 strikeouts. The batter is Pat Sullivan, a strikeout victim his first time up. But he is the cleanup batter, and you've got to know, just because of that he's got some pop in his bat. The first pitch to him, check swing over to the third baseman Hall. His only play will be to first. And they got him at first base. Richie Cleary with a good scoop. And Sullivan going head first for the bag, but he is retired. Hall's throw was in the dirt, but Cleary with a good job of digging it out. Green moves over to second base on the play. Not a sacrifice. He was not intending to sacrifice the runner, but did exactly what you would do in a sacrifice situation, with the exception that he just had a check swing at the ball, hit it about 50 feet to Hall, who had to charge hard to make the play. He checked second base briefly, realized he had no play at Green, and his throw to first was in time. Runner at second, 1 down. First baseman Richie Cleary, his first plate appearance. That was back in the 2nd inning. Moon gives the sign to Coffin. Here's his stretch. He checks the runner, and his pitch swung on and popped up. Medium range left field. Cale Curtis is there. The runner will tag. Here is the throw to third base. And they got him. Cale Curtis with a gun from left field. Green was tagging up to go to third base, and he is retired 7-5. Chet Hall throwing the ball around the infield, but that is the end of the inning, folks. A double play, 7-5 on the putout. Cale Curtis with an excellent throw to third base, just to the foul territory side. They pulled it across, and Green was retired. Mustangs go down without a hit. There was a walk, no one left on base. The bottom half of the 4th coming up with your score 2-1. Newton County Ram baseball here on WGFS AM 1430, the Region 8 Quad A tournament, brought to you by East Metro Cellular, Covington's authorized agent for AirTouch, the new name for Pactel Cellular.
It's that time of year again for tilling the garden. Hayes Tractor of Mansfield has Kubota M-Series tractors that are built for any kind of work that crops up. With 42 to 85 PTO horsepower, 4-wheel drive, and strong liquid-cooled engines, they easily pull like bigger tractors. Hayes Tractor says all this without bigger price tags or fuel bills. High clearance, low profile, and narrow versions offer versatility you've been looking for. So come to Hayes Tractor and take a look at the Kubota M-Series and see what crops up. That's Hayes Tractor, located on Highway 11 in Mansfield. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30, and Saturday, 8 to 12. Or call at 786-3334. That's 786-3334.
County Ram baseball here on WGFS is brought to you in part by El Charro. For the best Mexican food, go by El Charro. Open daily for lunch and dinner with takeout service available. El Charro in Covington and Conyers, another fine sponsor of Ram baseball, is Mayfield Ace Hardware. They offer paints, plumbing and heating supplies, lawn and garden supplies, bridal and giftware. Ace is the place. Mayfield Ace Hardware on the square and in Newton Plaza. Two fine sponsors of Newton County Ram baseball right here on WGFS. And of course, we give very hearty thanks to all of our sponsors for Ram baseball. They are allowing me to be right here at Brookwood High School, bringing you the play-by-play action. My name is Kevin Holden, and I'm bringing you the Rams as they lead 2-1 here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. They send the 7, 8, and 9 spots to the plate in the 4th inning. Brian Moon, Judd Hall, and Lance Coffin. Marchman still out there, allowing only the 2 runs in the first inning. He has been able to baffle the Rams otherwise. Moon bats from the left-hand side. Marchman has the sign. Here's the wind and the pitch. It's butted down the third baseline. The pitcher will take it. Marchman's throw to first is by the first baseman into right field. Moon takes the turn at first. He heads for second. The throw in is not going to be made, and Moon will be at second base. That is an error. We'll see who that one is charged to. Probably a wild throw against the pitcher, Thad Marchman, putting Moon at second base with nobody out here in the bottom half of inning number 4. It'll bring up Judd Hall. He also reached on an error. Mustangs have committed 2 miscues so far. Newton County Rams also with 2 errors. There's a pinch runner at first base, or at second base rather, for Moon. That is Michael Doss. Doss pinch running. Out at second base, he'll be in scoring position with no one out. Of course, Brian Moon will re-enter the game as you can do in high school baseball. He'll re-enter in the top half of the 5th. Coffin has pitched very well. Unfortunately, the Rams have not given him much to work with. He's ahead by 1. Now Doss has been officially inserted as the pinch runner, and he's taking his lead from second base. Judd Hall was stranded at second back in inning number 2. First pitch to him is swung on and bounced foul over by the third base dugout. It's 0-1 to Hall. Hall 0 for 5 his last 2 games. Came into those games with a 173 batting average. He now has 9 hits and 57 at-bats. If you factor in Shiloh and Brookwood, he's looking to bunt. He bunts it down the third baseline and will roll foul. And it's 0-2. Judd Hall got under the ball and put some topspin on it. As it bounced, it took that spin and bounced over into foul territory. Make a correction there. That must have been backspin. If he is under the ball and pops it up on the bunt, and he's got the backspin on it, it bounced back into foul territory. The first time it landed, it bounced fair and then came back into foul territory. Either way, though, it's 0-2 now to Judd Hall, and you would imagine he'd be swinging away now with 2 strikes. Marchman checks Doss. Here comes the 0-2 offering. It's swung on and popped up. Left side of the infield. The shortstop, Zaleski, calls for it, and he gloves it for out 1. You're listening to Newton County Ram Baseball right here on WGFS, AM 1430, Covington, Georgia. In the bottom half of the 4th inning with 1 down. Runner at second base, Lance Coffin, the hitter. Coffin flied out to left field in his first appearance back in inning number 2. Rams picked up 2 runs, one of them earned in the first, the other one scoring on an errant throw by the catcher Maxwell. First offering to Coffin is taken high. 1 ball, no strikes. Charlie Beverly gives the sign to Doss as he leads from second base. Second baseman Green holding him close. The 1-0 pitch low and outside with the fastball, 2-0. Marchman had an unusual approach to this. His first time through the order, lots of off-speed pitches. The second time, some more fastballs. Usually you see it the other way around. Marchman's fastball must get better as the game goes along. The 2-0 pitch is low and outside in the dirt, but a good stop from Maxwell keeps Doss at second base. It's 3-0. The Rams, 1 wide one away from being in a very advantageous position. They would have runners at first and second with only 1 down at the top of the order, starting with Ryan Allen would be up. And, of course, as you know, Allen a hot streak after that Brookwood game. The 3-0 pitch. Called strike right down the pipe. The old automatic, it's 3-1. The Region 8 Quad A tournament, a little more tension than those normal sub-region games, as the top 6 teams battle it out to see who will be region champ. The 3-1 pitch swung on, bounced left-hand side on 2 hops. Zaleski fields it. His throw to first is in time. It moves the runner over to third base, but now 2 down in the inning. Again, this is not a sacrifice, but Doss is at third base with 2 down. It will take a base hit, or at least a walk to Ryan Allen. Allen 0 for 2 in this one. A strikeout in the first, a ground out in the second. The left-handed batter stepping to the plate, but he did hit one out of the ballpark. against Brookwood on Tuesday. The 0-1 offering to him is just a little bit outside, and it's 1-1. Marchman wanted that call. Gets it back, snaps his glove of the ball, storms around the mound for just a little bit. Marchman has shown a little bit of emotion out there, especially when his defense made the bad play a couple innings ago. The 1-1 offering outside, it's 2-1. When Hall reached on the air to the first baseman, Marchman kicked a little bit of dirt up around the mound. Pitch to Allen, swung on and grounded on 3 hops to first baseman. Mashburn takes it, steps on the bag, and that'll do it for the Rams here in the 4th. So Marchman and the Meadowcreek Mustangs get out of the jam here in the 4th inning. The Rams strand a runner at third base. We head to the 5th. It's 2-1, Newton County. Newton County Ram baseball here on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Cellular, Covington's authorized agent for AirTouch Cellular.
April's best buys of the month at the place with the helpful hardware folks. Mayfield Ace Hardware on the Square and in Newton Plaza. This month's best buys include Topsoiler Peat for 99 cents each. Also, Mirasid or Miracle Grow, a 5-pound bag, $7.66 each. Roundup Herbicide, $15.99 per quart. And Poly Sprayer, a 2-gallon tank for $21.99. Mayfield Ace Hardware's best buys of the month for the month of April.
I was at Pippin's Barbecue the other day having some pork barbecue, and it was great. But then I looked over at the next table, and they were having smoked chicken, so I ordered that too. And then I found out about the Brunswick stew, so I ordered that. And then I figured, what the heck, why not just order the whole Pippin's Barbecue menu? But I didn't, because I just didn't have the room on the table.
Our food and our service just can't be beat. You're gonna love what you eat.
Pippin's Barbecue, Highway 20 South in Conyers and on Alcovey Road in Covington.
Morning between 9 and 10. Why not tune in the Saturday morning Super Trivia Spectacular for a chance to win prizes and show your knowledge of trivia. That's every Saturday on WGFS AM 1430.
Tradition and excellence since 1946. That's WGFS AM 1430, Covington.
Welcome back to Brookwood High School, the Region 8 Quad 8 tournament. The first batter, Chad Mashburn, grounding the first pitch hard at Judd Hall, who made the play. His throw to first was wide of the bag. Richie Cleary, another great play at first, coming off the bag, taking the throw, and tagging Mashburn before he got to the bag. An excellent play at first from Richie Cleary, who hadn't played a bit of first base until earlier this week against the Brookwood Broncos. And the way he's been playing at first, he may be there for a while. 1 down. Katanaki takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. Katanaki followed by Thad Marchman. Lance Coffin has been able to hold the Mustangs for the most part at bay as the Rams lead it 2-1. The 1-0 pitch low and outside, and it's 2-0. If you had to tune away for a while and you're just coming back to join us, you haven't missed a whole lot. A lot of goose eggs on the scoreboard the last 3 innings. The Rams scored 2 in the bottom of the first. Meadowcreek scored 1 in the top half of inning number 2. Here comes the 2-0 pitch, high and inside, 3-0. Coffin looking like he was going to overthrow the fastball, or tried to overthrow the fastball. That's how it got high and inside. 3-0 the count. Katanaki singled, took second on the throw his first time. The 3-0, the old automatic right down the pipe. It's 3-1. Katanaki taking all the way. In a 1-run game, might not be a bad idea to cut someone loose 3-0 sometimes. Here's the 3-1 pitch, swung on and grounded to Hires at short. He gloves. He's going to have a tough play. Here's his throw. Not in time. Reaching at first base as Katanaki called it a base hit. Hires was playing closer to the second base bag. Had a tough play as it took sort of a bad hop on him. His throw to first was good, but Katanaki with some speed beats it out. So the potential tying run at first base with 1 down. This one is zipping right along. As you know, Atlanta Braves baseball coming up this evening. They're playing the Pittsburgh Pirates from the stadium. 7:40 start. We may be joining that one on time. Coffin stretch. His first pitch to Marchman. Swung on and missed. 0-1. Marchman struck out swinging his first time. He really hasn't had a good cut at a Coffin pitch yet in his 2 at-bats. The junior hurler checks the runner at first. Here's his pitch, low and outside. Count goes to a ball and a strike. Brookwood High School, the Rams up here earlier this year taking on the Brookwood Broncos in a big game with sub-region tournament implications. The Rams won it 2-1 behind the pitching of Judd Hall, one of the major reasons why they're the number one team right now. And they come back to Brookwood, where historically they played pretty well. The 1-1 pitch swung on and missed. It's 1-2. Rams also won a close game against Brookwood here in '93. They lost an extra inning affair to the Broncos 2 years ago. Katanaki venturing away from first, and now time is called as Marchman will step out. Newton County Rams, if they can hold on and win this game, they would play the loser of Heritage versus South Gwinnett. The Heritage-South Gwinnett game slated for 11 a.m. tomorrow. The other game, where the Rams would play the loser of that game, slated for 8 o'clock tomorrow evening. Throw goes to first, and the runner is back. Newton County plays Meadowcreek in this one, Parkview and Shiloh, right after this game is over. Tomorrow morning, Heritage versus South Gwinnett. Then they split up into winners and losers brackets. The 1-2 swung on a line, but foul. Down the third baseline, the count remains 1-2. That's one of the best cuts that Meadowcreek batters have had all day. And the pitch was up. Marchman got on top of that ball, but he drilled it foul. Tomorrow at 2 p.m., the loser of this game will play the loser of the Parkview-Shiloh game. Then at 5, the winner of that Parkview-Shiloh game will play against the winner of the Heritage-South Gwinnett game. Dawson checks the runner, is stretch, and 1-2. Swung on and missed. Here's a snap throw down to first, but the runner is back in. Marchman down on strikes. That is K number 4 for Mr. Lance Coffin. And with 2 down, it will be up to Jeff Dubrow. The Mustang DH grounded to Richie Cleary at first. His first time up, a dead pull hitter in that first at bat. That was back in the third inning. Dubrow the only lefty in that Mustang order. Stretch of the first pitch to him, swung on, grounded that way. Cleary makes the play. It's a carbon copy. He steps on the bag, and that'll do it for the Mustangs. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, a runner left on. Bottom half of the 5th inning coming up. Your score 2-1. Newton County Ram baseball right here on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by East Metro Cellular, Covington's authorized agent for AirTouch Cellular.
The birds are singing and flowers are blooming, and that means it's time for allergies. Yes, it's true. Headaches and sinus problems are hints that you aren't taking care of your body properly. One way to prevent allergy symptoms is to stay away from processed and refined foods because they affect your immune system. The Family Health Food Store has vitamins and herbs to help you stay healthy and happy, plus whole grain cereals sweetened without sugar. Stay healthy with us at the Family Health Food Store, 787-3400. Did you know that termites cause more damage to homes annually than fires, floods, and natural disasters combined? To protect your home from termites and other pests, call Cleary Exterminating, 786-4937. They'll send them packing, termites and beetles, fleas, rats and mice, roaches, and ants. Commercial or residential, we can help get rid of what bugs you. Call Cleary Exterminating on Highway 278 in Covington. 786-4937. At Cleary Exterminating, we make mouse calls. The folks at Henderson's Restaurant invite you to join them for dinner tonight. How about some of their famous catfish, fried chicken, barbecue, vegetable plates, steaks, plus burgers and fries? Don't worry about what's in the pantry or whose turn it is to do the dishes. Just go to Henderson's Restaurant, just 5 miles from the square on Highway 36 in Covington. Henderson's is open Tuesday through Thursday from 4 to 9 and 4 to 10 on Friday and Saturday. Don't forget to join us for Sunday dinner, 11 to 8:30.
The Region 8 Quad A tournament from Brookwood High School in Snellville, Georgia. The Newton County Rams pitted in the first game against the Meadowcreek Mustangs. It's 2-1 Newton County. Bottom half of the 5th, Hires leads it off for Newton County. He is 1 for 2. The first pitch to him is in the dirt, ball 1. Hires will be followed by Shannon and Sam Allen. That's Lance Shannon and Sam Allen, by the way, as the Rams leading by 1, but looking to put a couple more on the scoreboard. Marchman's wine. Here's his 1-0 pitch. It is called a strike. It caught the inside corner. It's 1-1. Hires singled and stole second. Back in the first, then he scored on a triple by Lance Shannon. Here's the wind, the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, popped up to left field. Coming in is Dusuau, and he makes the play for the first out. The batter will be Lance Shannon. Shannon 1 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. He tripled to deep center field back in the first, driving in that first run. Since that first inning, the Ram Bats have been held at bay. They have had only one hit since the first. They have scored no runs. The wind and the pitch to him. Called a strike. He brought the curveball in over the inside corner at 0-1. The way Marchman pitched in the first inning, it looked like the Rams might have a field day on him. The right-hander throwing nothing but off-speed junk, but he has come back pretty strong in the last few innings. There's a swing and a ground ball to the second baseman, Scott Green. He gloves and throws. Out number 2. The batter is Sam Allen. 1 for 1. He was also hit by a pitch, so he has had, for the most part, a perfect day. Not 2 base hits, but he's reached base 2 times. Might as well call that a perfect day. The hit by pitch just as good as a single in that situation. He was stranded at first inning back in the first after being hit by a pitch. Then in the third after his single, he was stranded at third base. Tim Maxwell flashes the side. Thad Marchman's wind and pitch swung on, grounded on 2 hops, bobbled once by Taylor. Here's his throw to first. A good stretch from Mashburn. It's in time. And the Rams go down very, very quickly. 1, 2, 3. We are zipping right along. This game an hour and 10 minutes old, and it's already the 6th inning. Newton County leads it, however, 2-1. Newton County Ram baseball here on WGFS AM 1430. Made possible by the folks at East Metro Cellular, Covington's authorized agent for AirTouch, the new name for Pactel Cellular.
Warm weather is here. It's time to make your way to the great outdoors. And for homeowners, the great outdoors starts in their front yard. Echo Power Tools can help you make your yard look great. Right now, save up to $50 on your choice of an Echo grass trimmer, Echo tiller, Echo edger, or Echo power hedge clippers. Plus, register to win a complete camping package for 2, including a 6-man tent, sleeping bags, hiking boots, and more. Camping gear courtesy of Blue Ridge Mountain Sports in Lenox Square, Atlanta. Whatever outdoor job you're trying to tackle, Echo makes a great tool to make the job easy. Visit your local Echo dealer today and save up to $50 on select Echo power tools. Plus, register to win great camping gear from Blue Ridge Mountain Sports and Echo Power Tools. Visit Coast to Coast Home and Auto, located on Monticello Street in Covington. That's Coast to Coast Home and Auto in downtown Covington.
Inning, the first game of the Region 8 Quad A tournament from Brookwood High School, and the Newton County Rams lead it 2-1 behind the right arm of Lance Coffin. Ram baseball is brought to you in part by Hayes Furniture Company. Come by and see Glenn Hayes for all your home furnishing needs. Free delivery and free 12-month financing. Hayes Furniture on Washington Street, 786-3737. For the Mustangs in the 6th, it's the top of the order. Probably their best chance to score with Josh Zaleski leading it off. He is 0 for 2 with a couple of flyouts. Swings at the first one, grounds it weakly down the third baseline, but foul. It's 0-1. Zaleski followed by Danny Taylor and Scott Green. The Mustangs have but 2 hits, both of them belonging to Nate Katanaki, one of those being an infield single. Rams on top 2-1. Region tournament takes the top 6 teams, the top 3 from the north sub-region of 8 Quad A and the south sub-region. 0-1 pitch, swung on and grounded foul. He's been out in front of everything. It's 0-2. Both times he has hit out to Cale Curtis in left field. He's been pulling the ball, and now he's pulling it foul on the off-speed pitches. It's 0-2. On the north side, the Parkview Panthers have the number 1 seed. They will play Shiloh right after this game is over. The number 2 seed, the Heritage Patriots, play tomorrow morning. And Meadowcreek with the number 3 seed. Newton County, the top seed on the south, followed by South Gwinnett. And Shiloh will tell you more about that 3rd seed in a moment. Here's the 0-2 pitch, swung on and line to right field for a base hit. Rounding first is Zaleski. He will hold up there. Meadowcreek gets the leadoff man on, something you don't want to see, but an excellent piece of hitting as he took an outside pitch and just drove it right in the hole between first and second and into right field, going opposite field with the outside pitch. So he's at first with no one out. Time is called. Charlie Beverly, the Newton County Ram head coach, is going to go out and talk to his pitcher. This gives us an opportunity to tell you about that 3rd seed. On the last day of the season, 3 teams were in a tie for 3rd place. those three teams were Brookwood, along with Rockdale and Shiloh. And there has been a pitching change as Matt Taylor is going to come in and throw the 6th and 7th. So Matt Taylor has replaced Lance Coffin. We'll keep it here and tell you more, as we mentioned, about this three-way tie in the sub-region. So Rockdale, Shiloh, and Brookwood, the three teams that tied. They had a coin toss. Brookwood won the coin toss, and they got a bye yesterday. Then there were 2 playoff games held just to determine who the third spot would be. Rockdale played Shiloh in the first game, with the Generals winning that one. Shiloh Generals then took on Brookwood, beat them in 12 innings to become the number 3 seed, but in order to do it, Shiloh had to play a total of 19 innings yesterday. Now, they played a game Wednesday, played a game Tuesday, and they played a game against Newton County on Monday. So after playing a total of 5 games in 4 days, they have to come back tonight and take on the Parkview Panthers. That has got to be a tough task for them to do. Lance Coffin has been removed from the game. He's been pulled in favor of Matt Taylor. He pitched 5 innings, facing a total of 19 batters. We'll give you the line on him as we move along here. So far, he's given up 1 run. It was not earned on 3 hits. The runner at first base is his responsibility. Coffin walked 1 batter, and he struck out 4. The new pitcher is Taylor, his last time out, throwing 7 innings against the Brookwood Broncos, giving up a total of 5 runs. Broncos did have 12 hits, a strong hitting team, and surprising that they didn't come out with the number 3 seed in this tournament. Being the host, it's a bit of a disappointment for them not to have a team here, but nonetheless, they are the host for this Region 8 Quad A tournament. Before that outing against Brookwood, Taylor 4-1 with a 2.20 ERA. In the 35 innings before that game, he gave up 30 hits. He walked only 6 batters in 35 innings, and he struck out 33. He is going to throw you some strikes. He's going to throw some heat, throws a good changeup, a good curveball. He has been the Ram ace this year. If you had to pick one man you want out there in a stopper situation, it's Taylor, and that's exactly what's happened here with the tying run at first base and no one out on the top of the 6th. 2, 3, and 4 spots in the order is what Taylor will have to contend with. We'll start it with Danny Taylor, who is 0 for 2. He has reached on an error. The first pitch is bunted up the first baseline. Cleary is going to let it roll, and it's a foul ball. 0-1. That ball pushed toward the first baseman, Cleary, but Taylor pushed it a little bit too far out that way. Rolled across the grass and foul. No balls and a strike. Taylor will be followed by Scott Green and Pat Sullivan. Rams only lead this one by 1 run here in the 6th. Taylor coming on to try to slam the door. Zaleski takes his lead from first. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Low and outside, a snap throw back. Zaleski is back in. Cleary was playing out in front of the first base bag. Might have had a shot at the runner at first base, but Cleary, as we mentioned, playing out in front of the bag. A ball and a strike to Taylor. The Mustang third baseman checks his third base coach. He has the sign he wants. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Bunted foul down the first base line. And the count goes to 1-2. So Taylor, failing in his attempt to sacrifice, he still has 1 more life up there. It's 1-2. But the chances of the sacrifice diminishing here. If he bunts another one foul with 2 strikes, he is out. You might see him swinging away. With the Meadowcreek head coach playing for the 1 run. Zaleski leads away from first. Taylor checks Moon. He has the sign he wants. Here's the pitch. Bunted right back at the mound. Taylor may go to second. No, he won't. He'll go immediately to first. It is a sacrifice. 1-3 on the putout. Moving over to second is Zaleski. He represents the potential tying run. He was taking off for second. Taylor never even looked out there at second base. He was instructed to go to first, and he did so. And with 1 down, he'll have to contend with Scott Green and Pat Sullivan. Green 0 for 1 with a walk. Struck out his first time as he tried to tag up on a fly ball to the left fielder, tagging up from second to third. He with a gun from left field, and as you know, he has a terrific arm. Here's the first pitch. It's an off-speed. Just misses outside. It's 1-0. Taylor mixes a strong fastball, perhaps one of the best on this staff, with a good curveball. Moon goes through a set of signals, and now Green will step out and look once more at his third base coach. Zaleski at second, 1 down, here in the top half of the 6th. Taylor with the stretch. Here's his 1-0 pitch. Swung on, grounded by Hires into left field for a hit. Rounding third is Zaleski. Here is the throw to the plate. It is not going to be in time. Moving up to second on the throw is Green. The Meadowcreek Mustangs have tied this one at 2 apiece. Scott Green with a clean single to left field. Hires was playing a couple of steps over toward the bag, tried to dive for it, but could not make the play. On the throw in, Scott Green moving over to second base. And Cale Curtis, wanting that runner at home plate, decided to throw it in, but the disadvantage to that, now Green at second base with one down, and the Mustangs could take the lead here with something off the bat of Pat Sullivan. He is their cleanup batter. He's 0 for 2. The stretch, Taylor's first pitch swung on and popped up into right field. Shannon coming hard, still coming on, and he makes the catch. The runner fakes the tag, his throw in. Cut off by Hires, and a good throw from Shannon. Sullivan, make that Green, would not have been able to go anywhere there. It's a fly out to the right fielder. Taylor 1 out away from getting out of this jam, but now the offense has to come back and score at least one more. It's 2-2. The batter will be Tim Maxwell. He has been under the ball both times, popping out to Richie Cleary at first and to Cale Curtis in left. Maxwell, a right-handed batter. Meadowcreek still with only 4 hits, but they've scored 2 runs. Newton County Rams with 3 hits, and they have also put 2 across, both of those in the first inning. Taylor looks at Green, now the stretch and the pitch, swung on and grounded foul. It's 0-1. It was a pitch low out of the strike zone. And Maxwell tried to uppercut the ball, but just caught the top half of it. That's how low it was, and bounced it foul. No balls, 1 strike to the number 5 batter. On deck is Chad Mashburn, but 2 down in the inning. The Mustangs have plated 1 to tie the score, and they have a runner in scoring position. Matt Taylor came on and gave up the single. The off-speed pitch just misses outside, and it's now 1-1. Taylor very close and really wanted the call there with that off-speed pitch, the curveball, just trying to graze the outside corner. Ryan Allen holding the runner close at second base. Moon gives the sign. Here's the stretch and the 1-1 pitch. It's in the dirt. Nice stop from the Ram catcher. 2-1. Moon got in front of that ball and blocked it, keeping Green from advancing to third. 2 balls and a strike to Maxwell. The Mustang catcher in the right-handed batter's box waits. Taylor now toes the rubber and looks at his catcher. He has the sign he wants. Here's his stretch and his 2-1 pitch. Swung on and grounded to Judd Hall at third. He makes the play. Here's his throw to first. It is in time, and that is out number 3. The umpire with a bit of a delayed call, putting some suspense into that, but the Ram fans knew it. He was out, and that is out number 3. The Mustangs score a run on 2 hits. There was a runner left. We head to the bottom half of the 6th, tied up at 2 apiece. Newton County Ram baseball here on WGFS AM 1430, made possible by the folks at East Metro Cellular, Covington's authorized agent for AirTouch, the new name for Pactel Cellular.
Enriched with protein, vitamins, and minerals, FRM dog food and FRM cat food promote good health, sleep coats, resistance, and less energy. FRM pet foods are dry, economical to use, and easy to store. Your dog and cat's always there for you, so you be there for them with FRM pet foods. Available now at your FRM dealer.
FRM found at the Farm and Garden Depot located on Emory Street behind Burger King. 787-3870.
Buying tires? Not very easy, is it? You need an expert. Better yet, several experts like the tire pros at Statham Tire in Covington and Conyers. Statham Tires sells Cooper tires because Cooper combines quality with economy. You always get the most for your money at Statham Tire, where they feature straight tire talk, quality Cooper tires, and reasonable prices. Make your tire buying easy. See the pros today at Statham Tire in Covington and Conyers for your Cooper tires.
Newton County Ram baseball Baseball here on WGFS, brought to you in part by the Farm and Garden Depot. Stop by for animal feed, lawn and garden seed, and much more. The Farm and Garden Depot on Emory Street in Covington. Also brought to you by the Family Health Food Store. For all your nutritional supplements, go by the Family Health Food Store in Newton Plaza. Stay healthy with us. Another fine sponsor of Ram Baseball, Cleary Exterminating. At Cleary Exterminating on Highway 278, we'll get rid of what bugs you. Call us for reasonable rates. Cleary Exterminating. We make mouse calls. We may be headed for extra innings here, folks. The Region 8 Quad A tournament, the first game from Brookwood High School in Snellville, Georgia. It's the Newton County Rams versus the Meadowcreek Mustangs. You can listen in for all the Newton County Ram games here in this tournament here on WGFS. We're tied at 2. It's the bottom half of the 6th inning. The Rams will send up Richie Cleary, Cale Curtis, and Brian Moon. Cleary is 0 for 2, and he will lead it off. The first pitch to him is a called strike on the outside corner with the fastball, 0-1. Thad Marchman has become stronger as the game has gone along. Has not given up a base hit since the 3rd. And he is retired now, 6 straight batters. Cleary's swing and a miss at the 0-1 offering. Makes it now 0-2. Cleary fishing for a high inside one, now in a deep hole. Marchman checks Maxwell. Here comes the wind of the 0-2 pitch. Misses outside, and it's 1-2. As the game has gone along, Marchman has gone more and more to the fastball. Through nothing but off-speed pitches the first 2 or 3 innings. Perhaps in the bullpen his fastball wasn't working, and he wanted to give it some time. It's working now. Here's the 1-2. Low and outside, 2-2. They'll check the first base umpire to see if Cleary went around, but he really wasn't even close. It's 2-2. Cleary followed by Curtis and Moon as the Rams try to put at least one across here in the 6th as we're tied up. 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. It was the off-speed, and Cleary had a weak swing at it. That's the 4th strikeout for Thad Marchman. Cale Curtis, the batter, 0 for 2 with a fly out and a strikeout. Curtis, a left-handed batter facing the right-handed pitcher, Thad Marchman. Curtis, about a .330 hitter during the season. Here comes the first pitch to him. Swung on and hit well into center field, but Sullivan is over. Can he make the play? No, it goes all the way to the wall. Cale Curtis is rounding first. He heads for second. He's going to stop there. It's a stand-up double, and the Rams have a man on and a shot to score a run here in inning number 6. Rams, the number 1 seed. Meadowcreek, number 3.